For now, it's not gonna hurt me. Man, I'm trying to think of anything else. Oh! How do I flush the toilet? It's not like home. There's no handles. But to flush it, once I have water hooked up to this, guys, it's a foot flush. So you'll actually have water that'll come out of here, but it's just a foot flush to flush. And again, it's not something, it's not like at home. I'm not going to sit here and just hold this and hold this and hold this and hold this. You just get everything to go down the stool and then let it go, because that's just, it's going right into your black tank. We haven't confused you too much so far, have we?
No.
Okay. A few little tidbits of information for the table, guys. I always take the table down like this, make it into the bed feature, even for traveling. It keeps that bed from wanting to move around when you're transporting it. But when you actually go to set the table up, what you'll do is the table hinges up like so. So when you go to set it up, you'll put your feet on the actual feet of the table, and you'll take that table and kind of that table will roll up into the lock position. And it's got this little lock here that locks it in the up position. Well, to get it to go down, I'll move that over and swing it the other way, and it goes down. Right here, you do have your fire emergency exit, and it functions as just another window to open. You can hold this open. But if anything were to ever happen, what you can do, that's an exit to the point where, hey, if a tornado came and this camper got thrown on its side of the door, I can just punch that window open and get out of there. All of your owner's manuals, all of your keys, your remotes, all of those things are right in this owner's packet here, okay? Each camper comes with 2 sets of keys. I have one sheet I still have to have you sign. So that's all your owner's manuals. Coming around, one of the last things I have to go over with you, and then we have, I want to go over the accessories with you, and there's a few things in there for me to go over with you. This is my master control panel. This is where I'll turn on. I have interior and exterior lights, the awning lights. All of these switches control something in the camper, okay? The awning button's right here. To be able to run my slide out in and out is right here. My water pump. If I wasn't hooked up to city water, I have to use my water pump because I need to be able to pump that water out of the tank. Otherwise, we're using city water pressure to power our plumbing, our sink, and whatnot. We have our hot water heater, okay? Well, you can run the hot water heater on gas, correct? Or we can run it on electric. This little light here, all that is a fault light. If your water heater ever goes out, this light comes on. So you know, because sometimes it's windy in a campground, guys. There's times that the pilot light, it's just gonna get blown out. So you walk over here and you look at the switch and the switch is on and you're like, well, I have no hot water, what's going on? If that red light's on next to it, fantastic. Shut this off, let it sit for about 30 seconds and turn it back on, it'll relight itself. And then, this is...
That's an autopilot light.
Yep. This is how I can check all the levels of everything, okay? It shows you my battery's full, shows you that my fresh, then I have my black and my gray that are all 2/3 full, okay? Black, gray.
So
our guys are going to empty it before you leave.
Oh, okay.
But we do that because you can see the levels.
Okay.
We used to leave them empty, and people would get home, and then they'd be using something. They'd go, well, my lights are going up the screen. Well, yeah, that's the indicator. That's what's showing you as things go up. This is showing you how, hey, 2/3 full, 1/3 full, empty, and whatnot. So it's easier for us, easier on the eyes to be able to see it, how this is working. Over here. Sorry. Bouncing around a little bit. You have 3 fans, 1 for each bed. We went over these deals here. The next thing I have, people ask all the time, what's this cable for, Adam? We talked about taking this TV outside. That's just an extra cable that you'll be able to take that outside with. They give you these from the manufacturer. It's a paper towel holder. Comes with 2 little screws. You can mount it wherever you want to. Guys, I'll be honest, they're kind of flimsy. Same thing. It also comes with a toilet paper holder. Comes with all the mounting hardware and stuff. You can mount it wherever you want. It's got their own self-stepping screws anywhere you want to put them in the wall. You can use this if you want. What I always told people to do, what was kind of neat, I always took and just put the toilet paper, put it under the bathroom sink. It was out of sight, out of mind. I didn't have to worry about it then. The last thing we have, guys. Oh, it comes with a spatula. Also, it comes with a towel rod. That towel rod that you can basically the same thing. You can mount the towel rod wherever you want to. But what's nice is, yeah, they're kind of inexpensive stuff. You can go to Walmart, you can go to Dollar Store and find stuff that's a little more. What am I trying to say? A little bit more quality for paper towel holders and things of that nature. This is the water filter. You said you are going to Branson next week. Do you want our guys to go ahead and put this water filter in the actual camper itself?
Where does that go?
There's actually a water canister. Follow me.
Okay.
Is this winterized? It is winterized. He's going camping next week. What's that?
Freshwater tank?
Yeah.
City water, I think.
That's storage.
The water pump or water heater?
What's that? Looking for the cartridge to put these in. That way I can show him. Is there a way we can get him ready to go so we can get next weekend?
Yeah.
Do you know what they're calling for temperature-wise this week?
28. Should I keep it winterized?
It's going to be 28. I would.
It's going to be nice next weekend. What should I do?
Unwinterize it by then.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it a big deal to unwinterize it?
Not terrible. You're just basically running water through it, but we won't put. I'm going to show you where this goes.
Okay.
And
I think we'll keep it winterized for the weekend because it's supposed to be down to
It's
28.
supposed to be 28s.
Yeah.
Can we?
Chance of snow on Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh,
There's
bypass
some-
the
there's-
water heater though.
Well, there's something. Yeah, leave it winterized. Do you have a second? Because I don't have the knowledge. I don't remember how to do that. You can do it much quicker than I can. Can you give him maybe a 2-minute rundown on how to unwinterize it when he gets to Branson?
That's easy. Alright, you go under here.
And then I'm gonna go grab something from inside. Can you also show him where this filter goes to?
Yep. Then you got your hot water heater down here. It's winterized right now, it's bypassed. It's unbypassed. You gotta make sure. Hold that
I
up.
get this.
Alright. That's how those lines are supposed to look when it's de-winterized.
Okay.
Because you want the flow of water going into the tank, and you want the flow of water on the bottom going, or flow of water on the cold water going into and then out. And you want that middle one to be closed so that it's not cycling through itself. Well, that's how you de-winterize that.
So that's circulating through the water tank.
Yes, now it is.
Now it is. Okay.
Yep. And if you turn these, turn that one, turn the hot water one and the cold water one down there like that, it
Okay.
shuts it off so no antifreeze will go in your water tank.
Okay. Is there antifreeze in the water tank now?
No, sir. There will be no antifreeze that goes in the water tank.
Ever?
Ever. It
Okay.
destroys the water tank.
Do you just drain the water tank then?
Yes, sir.
So it's drained now. Okay. Gotcha.
Yes, sir. I'll unbypass it for you so that way you can use the hot water heater. Alright, you're good there. Move on to the water pump.
So now you unbypassed it, but there's no water in it.
Mm-mm.
Okay. So I don't need to go unbypass it next weekend.
No. You don't
Okay.
need to worry about
Okay. That's
But when you go, if you want to winterize it again, you'll have to just close that
bypass
middle.
it.
Or yeah, close that middle and then.
But you drain it, somehow drain it. But what are you doing there?
Showing you where your water pump is.
Oh,
The water pump is right there.
all right. And there's no, that's a water filter there?
This is where the water filter will go into.
Okay. And you have to undo those screws to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
All right, got it.
And then for winterizing it, hang on 1 second, I can't see. That will be winterizing it. Because you have the, I turn this valve up and down,
Okay.
so that way you can turn your water pump on and be sucking antifreeze from the outside,
Okay.
and not have to worry about undoing that line right there.
Okay.
And then when you want to use the water pump system, you just turn the valve back
Okay,
like
you're
that.
gonna leave it like that.
Okay.
How much antifreeze do you put through this?
Camper like this, I put 3 gallons.
How much does that cost?
They're up front for $5, I think.
Each. So it costs. How much does it cost to totally winterize?
Oh, I have no idea.
Okay.
I just winterize them.
Okay.
I don't price anything, but that's where
Okay.
that goes. Yeah, and then you should have gotten a tool in the little owner's packet thing that'll take this off.
Oh yeah. Okay. It might be in that. I don't know, but
Okay. Yeah, that's where your water filter will go in. You unscrew this, put the filter in there.
okay.
But if you're only going to use it for the weekend, I wouldn't even worry about putting it in there. 'Cause you're going to have to take it back out.
Oh.
Yep. When you get done camping, you want to take this off, make sure this is drained, and you can put a little bit of antifreeze in it.
Okay.
And I'll do that.
You take your filter out, and then you put your filter back in. How often do you change the
No,
filter?
you don't put the filter back in until you're ready to use it next year.
Right. But how long do you use the filter then?
I've never used a filter. My mom and dad don't use a filter in theirs either.
Oh.
They have the one that goes on the outside that hooks onto the hose, and then it hooks onto the hose, and then it hooks on out here or outside. That's the filter they use. They don't even worry about this one.
So they buy one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. And there's that.
Got it.
It's a mystery compartment.
Yeah.
It was really weird. I couldn't find it for a while because normally they put them back there in that compartment that he
Yeah.
opened. They put them back there, but for some reason it's up here. That's just a weird spot for it.
Well, and it's there because the city water hookup's right here, and the water heater's probably right there. It's all plumbed together.
Thank you.
And there is that.
Good.
Thank you, I appreciate it, man.
It was
Thanks
not
a
a problem. Not a problem at all. I'm here to help.
Oh, but to de-winterize it, you're going to tell me.
Oh, the de-winterize,
What do I do?
bypass your water heater, or unbypass the water heater.
Which
then
it's
Flipping those
it's
valves.
already unbypassed.
yes, it's
And
unbypassed.
then you hook up your city water connection, and then you just you turn both your sides on,
Okay.
and then let the antifreeze go through, and that's it.
And then okay, got it.
Yep.
All right. And it's pink, right?
Yeah, it'll be pink. You'll
All
want to run it until the antifreeze,
Till it's not foamy.
until it's not foamy and pink anymore.
All right. And I don't have to worry about the water heater because it doesn't have any antifreeze in it.
Correct.
All right. I think I'm getting it.
The best thing to do, what's so funny is some friends of mine that camp. They have a Puma camper and they use it twice a year. Well, it's funny. I always make sure those 2 weeks. Again, we hang out frequently, but I make sure the 2 times he's gone, I have my phone on all the time. Anymore, the last 2 times he's gone out, I'm like, man, I haven't heard from you because I have to explain to him how the hot water heater works and what the light does and just different things. He goes, I don't have to call you anymore. I get on YouTube. YouTube's got everything and it explains it step by step. So
Good.
Another thing, when you go to use your water heater, I don't know if you told them or not, but when you turn your hot water valve on or your hot water on, it'll start blowing air out. Just let it keep going.
Till
Let
it
it keep
stops.
burping until it starts pumping the water out. Then you can shut it off, turn your water heater on, and then there you go.
Where do you drain your water heater?
there's a plug right in the middle. And it's got a little rod hooked up to it, which is the anode rod.
Right there. You unscrew that. It's a 1 1/16 socket. It gets it out. You want to relieve your pressure. Relieve the pressure before you even touch that, because if you don't relieve the pressure, it'll just shoot out and you'll never find it.
So relieve the pressure up here.
Yes, sir. Yep. Just pull this.
Okay. Good. Thank you. And the tool to lower the jacks or
Right on here.
okay, the same tool.
Right here.
Oh, okay.
It's a
gotcha.
different one.
Oh, it's a
That'll
different
hook
one.
right on here.
All right.
It's just a manual hand.
Got it.
So,
All right.
all right.
Oh, accessories.
Accessories package. First thing we got, guys, is the mat. This is just a nice mat to be able to put out up front of your camper. This is all stuff you're going to want to play with tomorrow before you get to the campground.
Okay.
The next thing we have, those blocks I was telling you about, the Lynx leveling blocks. That's what these guys are right here. The That's actually the chocks, and then these are the blocks. The blocks come with their own little carrying bag. So there's several of these. They look just like that, and that's what you will back your camper onto. Then these wheeled chocks lock into them, just like a Lego would.
Huh.
These levels, we talked about I use my phone to level the camper. Once you have the camper completely level at the campground, you can go ahead and stick these on the camper somewhere if you want. These are levels that'll actually go on the side of the camper to be able to help you get it level. Next thing we have, this is what you're going to use at home. Your camper will plug into this, just like it's a campground, but now that'll plug into home.
Okay. How about if I have a 50 amp and I need a 30 amp?
We sell an adapter in there that goes from the 30 amp plug here to a 50 amp plug here.
Okay, because I'm not sure about where I'm going.
Okay.
They said 50 amp, so I was...
At Branson? Yeah, then you would just buy another adapter. It'll look like this,
Okay.
but this will be a 50 amp plug here.
Okay,
Here's your water hose.
all right.
I'm gonna put both these in here. But along with the water hose, you're gonna have this little funky looking guy.
Water regulator.
Exactly. And what I'm gonna do, because people ask me all the time, Adam, we're getting our water regulator hooked up. We don't know, do we hook the water regulator to the camper or the hose? Well, this is gonna go right here. Always goes on the end. Okay, now that's what's gonna hook up to your city water connection. And then the other end here is what hooks up to your camper. So, and you can just leave that right on the end there. It's not gonna hurt anything. Now, whoop. Another set of wheel chocks as well.
This is...
All right.
Toilet paper.
Oh yeah. Now
What'd you say?
Toilet
it's
paper.
getting serious.
You have to use special toilet.
You have to use special toilet paper for a camper. Now, there's about a 21-cent difference in a 4-pack between 2-ply and single-ply. You want the 2-ply. The single-ply, it's like air. It's bad. Buy the 2-ply. But then these. Guys, the days of measuring chemicals to put in that toilet to help break everything down and deodorize it are over. I'm sure you have a dishwasher at home. I'm sure you probably don't use the liquid stuff anymore. Everyone buys the tablets. These are the exact same thing. Just flush one of these tablets down. How often will you use this? You'll probably put one of these down probably every 3 days of camping. You'll put one of these down. If you notice, hey, starting to get a little smell, just put another one down. I'm going to go ahead and put this stuff in the bathroom.
All right.
We'll mention him to drain those tanks as well while we're going over the hitch, and we'll get you out of here.
Well, does he drain the tanks when it's winterized?
Yes, you still have to.
Oh, I got you.